Free State Premier Maqueen Letsoha-Mathae delivered her second State of the Province address at Lemo Hall, Green Park in Bloemfontein. The address outlined key policy goals and priorities for the year ahead while reflecting on the province's progress and challenges over the past year. SABC News reporter Aphumelele Mdlalane is on the ground tracking developments for us. Aphumelele, thank you so much for your time. I hope you can hear me. Take us through what are the main priorities that Maqueen has in store for the province of Free State this year.
Well, the key priorities is revitalising the issue of infrastructure. She mentioned that she wants inclusive growth thereof, prioritising the education department, saying that there's many projects that are in place that are ongoing in terms of improving the states of schools and other issues like we expected. It's about the ailing municipalities where she also indicated that the focus will be there and there will be priorities here and there in terms of diverting the budget to make sure that they are prioritizing the improvement of service delivery. But I just want now to bring the official opposition parties within the legislature. I'm with now here the Secretary of the EFF, Busanko Msimanga. You were listening to the speech. What is your reaction?
Yeah, we listened to speech. It's what bit disappointing that the whole speech, there was nothing dedicated on corruption. Not even a single word. But we understand maybe it's because the Premier remains a suspect, does not want to talk about corruption. But we can't talk about service delivery in Free State without talking hard and actioneering on issues of corruption, acting on issues of corruption. It basically will not help. But the other thing that I think she should have emphasized on is issue of municipality which are not basically functioning. You'd remember there's issue of money deducted of workers by municipal managers and officials, which is directed to something else, not to third parties, it was expected. And we have people who are above 60 who want to retire. They can't retire because there's no money. Their retirement fund, they can't get their retirement fund. We thought she will basically talk around such issues. But also when you go to hospitals of Free State throughout the province, are in a state of hell. You go to Aphumelele Hospital, that's where you'll find that for the past 6 months, people are waiting for transplant. People with broken bones are waiting for transplant. Even today, they are still in pain. They can't get transplant. Such issues, we thought she will definitely give them a thought, but unfortunately, she did not. So it's a bit disappointing. And talking about EPWPs, which they are getting at times, which they are getting money less than of a pensioner who's getting a grant, it's a bit problematic. And say you have created work around such kind of jobs. So it's a bit problematic. Moving forward, we are welcoming the development that she is talking about the return of Bloemfontein Celtics, but it should not be only about Bloemfontein Celtics. She should also talk about Free State Stars, because in the eastern part of Free State, we also have Free State Stars, which was playing the very same role that Bloemfontein Celtics is playing the southern part of Free State. So she must dedicate energy, time on Free State Stars also.
Well, we do hear from the EFF saying that they are acknowledging or rather welcoming the decision that the Premier, or rather the government of the Free State, is in talks with the Minister of Sports when it comes to bringing back this Bloemfontein Celtic. I just want to bring now the other party that is within the legislature. Thank you so much, Ntate Mohau Khumalo from ACT Party. What's your take home from the speech of the Premier?
Look, I think it was very disappointing to come and listen to this SOPA today. Literally, there were just a lot of false hope and a lot of repetition of what has been said from the last SOPA in August. And we have listened to a lot of political rhetoric. The disappointing factor is that people came here hoping to listen to the real issues of the Free State, which is service delivery. which the Premier never mentioned. We have a business tech that declared Free State as a human rights violation because of the roads that are decaying, the infrastructure that is collapsing. Water is a problem. We have water shedding in the Free State, which is a problem. And what's more concerning is that now it's affecting the healthcare center, because hospitals are without water. Just a hospital here in Velkom, where you'll find now nurses and professionals are having to fetch water tankers going to the hospital just to make sure that they service the patients there. More people are going to die. And disappointing enough, she never made a mention of corruption. But when she came in, she said, no, corruption is what we're going to fight.
Why is it important that she mentions corruption?
She must mention corruption because she said she's going to fight corruption. But I understand why she's not mentioning it, because she's highly implicated. Remember, there were allegations where the Premier and the husband, which is the Speaker in Mangaung, where we are, were given about 4.5 million, and also the Speaker of the legislature. So she doesn't touch those things deliberately because you know that they are implicated. They're going to have to speak about corruption and start with them. Actually, for us to come here, we must declare this SOPA as a crime scene, because the people that are implicated are here as the Speaker and the Premier. The Premier also speaks about planting trees in the whole of Free State. How is that going to benefit when we are facing a high employment rate? Why can't we come up with plans to make sure that every household gets at least employment, so that we fight poverty, we eradicate poverty? That will benefit us. Children must go to school. Parents are failing to take their children to school. We know now that because of the desperation, some landlords are taking advantage of our children that are queuing there and wanting to sleep with them when we are not providing for them and helping them as government. So it's very disappointing.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's Mohau Khumalo from the ACT Party. Seemingly, Diabo, from the opposition parties, they are not happy with, or rather moved by the speech of the Premier, saying that it's just repetition, there's no implementation, and also her not touching on the issue of corruption raises eyebrows. So that is their words, of course, and it's back to you.